Our next guest is a best-selling author and judge on the Great British Baking Show. Now he's releasing his brand new cookbook, Bake. Please welcome a man with a great name, Paul Hollywood, everybody. Hey, Paul!
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Hollywood. Strange one, that one, isn't it? It's quite normal for me. I come across the States, I'm like, everyone's going, is your name really Hollywood? Yeah, it is.
Well, we love it. We absolutely love it. We love the show, the Great British Baking Show. It's 12 seasons.
Yeah.
And people love this show. Do you have a celebrity guest that you have a dream that they would come on?
Well, it's not my dream, but last week I was filming a very top secret Bakeoff. We call it Bakeoff in the UK, and we had Marshawn Lynch on, and he was
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, and he was crazy, absolutely crazy, but amazing as well.
I can attest to both of those things. He's crazy and amazing.
So you already had your dream. That's awesome.
He was great. I was a big fan, so it's nice to have him on. But ultimately, I think the Bake-Off, I call it baking show, Bake-Off. It's all about having fun in the tent, and that's what it's all about. I try not to judge harshly, but I do judge honestly.
Well, we're going to have some fun, and hopefully we're not judged because you're going to help us make the ultimate focaccia.
Yes.
And but you said there's one very important ingredient in this, and what is that?
Flour.
Flour. Okay, that'd be very important.
It's followed by, isn't olive oil always everywhere?
Olive oil in a focaccia is important. In here
and lots of it.
Oh yeah.
Garlic?
I mean, you can add the garlic later for sure. Bit of salt in this side. We don't want contact with the yeast at this point.
Oh,
so
really?
It can just
Do
inhibit
not make
the yeast.
contact.
Okay.
So a little bit of salt in there, a little bit of yeast as well, and then we've got some good olive oil in there, good glug of olive oil.
Glug.
And again, a good glug.
Very precise.
I mean, ultimately, olive oil's basically to keep the dough soft, to keep the crumbs soft.
Yep.
Then we've got some water going in.
That's a bigger glug.
Yeah, that's a bigger glug, that one. And what you need to do is get your hands in there.
You just use your hands.
Oh, wow, okay.
All right.
You can use a mixer.
Yeah.
But I think you get really into your bread making when you understand what it should feel like. So once you've done this, you see it starts to come together fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And then what you do is once you've scrunched it all together in a ball, then you leave it for about half an hour, and then you can actually manipulate that dough.
There you go.
So you
Right there
stretch
for
the dough again. Oh, it's okay, I'll clean it on the next dough.
He's a professional. He knows
We
what
got
he's
you
doing.
here. I'll take that.
This one here is rested. Now this one,
Magic.
it's you see
At room
you see
temperature,
the
you just
gluten
rest
in it.
it?
Yeah.
It just has to rest
It will
for 30
grow
minutes.
it will grow in the fridge. It just takes longer. So the cooler the temperature, the longer it takes.
Okay.
So once you've rested it, you leave it for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how warm it is. Now, based on the fact that New York at the moment is pretty hot,
Yes.
it will be quite active and move very quickly. But what you've got to do, once it's got plenty of air in it, is place it into your tray, which again,
You go heavy
coat
on
in
olive oil.
loads of oil again.
And you can't do too much?
You can't really, because ultimately it's like you're almost shallow frying the bottom of the focaccia in the tin.
Oh,
So
that's
this-
what tastes so good, that crispiness.
Yeah.
That's exactly the point. So what you do is you spread that out all throughout the tin, and that needs to rise again for its second rise.
Oh.
And then
And
once,
that's another 30?
oh, at least another hour possibly.
Okay.
I like to take its time with the rise because that's where the flavour is. The longer you rise a dough, the more flavour you have.
Yeah. I'm just watching how much olive oil you're using. I'm loving every minute of it.
But again, because you're going to be eating a lot of this olive oil, it's going to be frying it, use good olive oil.
Yes.
So whatever you put into a recipe, use good quality ingredients because at the end, that's what you're going to get out of it.
Yep.
That was the point of the book, really. So this is the dough when it's risen. So it's risen for a couple of hours.
Just at room temperature.
Just room temperature. And again, if you want, you can put them in the fridge if you wish, but then just drop your fingers in there. You don't want to lose too much air out of it.
And then you
this
add the
is where-
veggies.
Absolutely.
But you've displayed them so beautifully. Do you have it's like an art, it almost looks like a picture.
art installation.
So
right?
you can basically push them all in. So grab a good handful of stuff. There you go.
All right, we'll
Grab
do it.
some of the tomatoes, the olives, the
tomatoes.
onions.
Tomato, there we go. And you guys move on down there while we do this.
It's looking good. And once you've done that, then I would leave it another 20 minutes, half an hour, just to puff up again.
Wow.
Okay.
And then you drop it into the oven about
Do you add the
400.
spices and salt on top of it too?
Yeah, absolutely. So
What kind of
rock
spice is
salt,
that?
Well, you can use thyme, oregano, or what do you call it?
Oregano.
Oregano.
You say it so much
You
better.
say oregano, we say oregano.
It's oregano.
I love that. As a Long Islander,
I'm
it's
out,
oregano.
Oregano. Oregano.
There we go.
That's what we say, yes.
Okay, so we've got some oregano, and we've got some salt, and then basically that'll go into the oven at 400 for about 25 minutes. And once it's cool from the oven, this is how it turns out. So you end up with
I
something.
mean, that's professional chef worthy.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
Well,
And we've got here, would you like to taste it,
And
everybody?
yes, and we know on the show the ultimate sign for the contestants is when they get the Paul Hollywood handshake.
Yes.
So you made this, so we're going to shake your hand, but I think I may do it with the left hand. Well, then again, both
You
your
might
hands
do it.
are
I think
messy.
both hands are dirty.
But it's a special handshake. I want to do it. Come on, Paul. Give it to me. What we got? What's the special hand? Don't worry
Look
about
at,
it.
oh yeah, look at his hand.
That's it. That's the special handshake, everybody. That's right.
I do want to throw out too, as you're doing your final touches.
Try it with some, it's got a bit of balsamic,
a
a
little
bit of
dab.
olive oil.
So good.
I don't want to eat,
delicious.
but check out the desserts in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Your Victoria sponge cake is not to be missed.
It's very simple to make, all in one, done. It's
And these are all like very near and dear recipes to you.
I want
in
everyone
the
to
book.
make. I want everyone to make it their tradition in their family home. That's the point of the book.
All right, you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Hollywood.
Yep, and you can get Bake, Paul's book. It is out today, and you can get this recipe on our website. Just scan that QR code on the screen.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.